You can also play daily fantasy and win cash, much like Mark is doing and winning in his leagues. And all you got to do is log on to FanDuel.com, check out the fantasy games available for the Cowboys-Bears matchup, and just set your lineup, and you got a shot to win. And it's as easy as that. We're going to give you all the inside information so you don't have to do all the work, right? So joining me now is fantasy expert Jim Sannes, and he's done the research so you don't have to. Jim's going to give us a player from each salary tier that we should get in our lineups. Jim, it's been a while since I've gotten to talk to you. I'm excited to have you on, of course. Who's on your list this week?
Yeah, good to talk to you too, Danny. It's been lonely without you here, so glad to have you back. Absolutely, and I think that when you're looking at this game, it's really hard not to go with Dak Prescott because I think that he has the highest floor and the highest ceiling of any player in this game. He's only $15,500. That's not too bad for a guy with his rushing abilities. Dak tends to run more in the red zone, which is good from a fantasy perspective. And yeah, it's been disappointing for the Cowboys this year, but they're still the second best passing offense once you adjust for schedule based on number of fires metrics. So I still want Dak Prescott in this game. I also love Allen Robinson at $14,000 for the Chicago Bears. He has 26% of the team's targets since Mitchell Trubisky came back from his first injury, and he's had double-digit targets in 3 of those 7 games. A really good number. He had 12 last week with Taylor Gabriel being out. If you want to save him a bit, Anthony Miller is definitely an option too at 10.5, but if I can get to Robinson, I want to do so. On the Cowboys side, I want to go back to Michael Gallup. He hasn't had the best role of late, but he's pretty cheap at $11,000. Since Randall Cobb came back from his injury, Gallup still has 19.7% of the team's total targets. We could see Akeem Hicks return for the Bears in this game, which could encourage the Cowboys to pass a bit more, which would be great for Michael Gallup at $11,000. As far as a value play, I think that it really depends on how you see this game going. If you think the Bears win, David Montgomery's intriguing, but with the Cowboys being the team I expect to emerge, I like Tariq Cohen here at $9,000. He has 18% of the Bears' targets for the full year, and they're super banged up at wide receiver. That has led to an increased role for Tariq Cohen recently, so I think he makes a lot of sense. If you see the Bears winning this game, then Cohen does not make sense, but I think the Cowboys are going to win. Therefore, I like Tariq Cohen as a value play at $9,000.
Awesome stuff, Jim. Appreciate you. If you guys want more of Jim's information on his podcast, it's called Heat Check Fantasy Podcast, and it's available every Monday and Thursday on Number Fire Daily Fantasy Podcast feed. Thanks so much, Jim.